What's good, majesties? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Empress Day. If it's your first time coming across this YouTube channel, I'd like to say you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome, your majesty. Make sure you click the subscribe button and join our growing imperial family. I hope you are doing awesome. You guys doing awesome like me? Happy Saturday. Yeah, today's Saturday here in Zambia. I don't know what day you're watching this, but I hope you are okay. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'd like to say thank you so much, you guys. So the reason why I keep on showing up here, you just give me amazing, great support. Yeah, so as you can see from the title, I want to tell you about I moved out, and this is part of the view that I get to have. Okay. I'm happy. Are you happy? Comment below if you're happy about this view right now. And yeah, so I just came to share that with you guys. Literally, you're the ones I'm talking to right now because yeah, I've got no one to talk to. I'm just all alone in the house, so yeah. But no, it's intentionally intentional. I hope I have nothing in my teeth. It's intentional, that's what I mean. And yeah, I came on here so I can tell you about it. So now listen, guys, like I said in a previous video, before the previous one, the one that I posted on Friday, I told you guys that I'm not yet ready to like show you around the place, around the house, and what's happening. I hope this kind of shade issue is not obstructing you or doing something to you, right? Okay, let's see. Just give me a sec. At the end of the day, I'm just gonna say consider it as a filter. Okay, like just deal with it. Yeah. Okay. So I want to say I had quite an experience. I know you can hear like from the neighbor's house they're screaming something. There's football. There's football, I guess. There's a team that's playing, and then there's somebody who's doing some works. They're kind of like fixing the roof or making the roof. So I might just as well take it inside the house. But anyway, it's not like it's an issue or a big problem that we're trying to move around. Anyway, let me get to the story. So I kind of moved under pressure, you know, like remember when we started, I wish I could have inserted a video of our early apartment. I hope in a few days I can link it up so that you can be able to see that. So when we moved, we went into a small apartment. You already saw that. It was like a bedsitter and all. It was very messy. We cleaned it up, okay, and it became something habitable. Woo! English. Yes, it became something that we could live in. Okay, so my hope was that we could be moved to another place, because the place I was staying, it had many other rooms, like that were big rooms, and even other places that were like houses. So it was like flat area. But again, it's a lodge, like let's say Sarah Lodge, yeah. And then they start renting those rooms out on a monthly rent basis, and they were being treated like bed sitters, you get. So I got one of those. So I stayed there for quite a month, I guess, and then there was nothing for me to kind of move into that had more space and all. So that I started getting claustrophobic. Like there were just days when I would just go outside and by the roadside, walk around, feel the air, and then carry that space in my head and go back with it inside. Does that make sense? Like, at least I've been out here and I have this imaginary space, and then I go back with it inside the house. So that's what started happening. So I was like, okay, there seems to be no other choice for me apart from having to come here. Apart from moving, and I have got this very persistent close friend of mine that kept on telling me to say, you just have to move, bro, you just have to move, So I'll not go into the nitty-gritties of everything, but I must say that the time came that I was supposed to pay the next rent, and I was still looking for a house pre 2 weeks before. It's a hassle. You already saw some of it, and I posted about how it's a struggle where you have to put in many like sometimes you let the agents do the work for you, but then you have to pay, you know what I mean? So you pay to this agent, they show you a shitty house, you go and pay to another person, they pay viewing, you pay viewing fee and etc. So I've explained all of that in another video, which I'll get to click once I can. And then yeah, so I was just it was like money losing money. Then fast forward, we found the one that I am at now. I'm just cutting it, fam. I'm just cutting it so we don't go into that nitty-gritties. So they were about 2 days because I was supposed to move out. My rent ended on the 3rd. I was supposed to have moved out by then. So I thought that I could ask for days, you know, like since I'm renting and there's a landlord, so you could say, oh, could you at least spare me 3 days so I can move to the next, or can we calculate the rate at which I get paid so that we find out what's the day's rate. So I get to be told, no, this place that you are staying in is a lodge. I'm like, but how? Yes, the name is there, but you're treating things like I had to struggle for a few things like padlocks and other issues, and today you come and tell me it's a lodge. What is with you? And they say you're going to be start paying a daily rate. So if like the rate is $150, that's like how many dollars? Let me say if it's like $10 per day, you have to start paying that per day when you could have paid $3 instead. If you calculate it at the rate of the month here divided by 30, you get what I'm saying? So they say no, that's what's supposed to happen. So I went through this thing of this caretaker coming to check on me and ask me, are you about to move out now? You know, that kind of thing. So I came back to work this one time on the 4th around 19. I'm so tired because work was hectic that day. And somebody comes to my door, knocks at my door and like, oh, you're about to move out now? I'm like, bro, I'm just beginning to pack my things. At the time, I had not even found the house yet. It's crazy. Like, I just operated in faith, fam. I'm like, I'm not gonna go back and I'm not going to settle on just anything. At least it should be something maybe around this area, you know, and then it should be around this price. It's another whole story how I found the house. I think I should just put it separately. So I'm kind of just taking a bit out of it. I have a few testimonies inside. So yeah, I don't want it to be too long, so let me just chip you in, okay? And then so I'm like, I'm moving tomorrow, all right? I'm moving tomorrow early in the morning. I'm like, we'll see. Like, no, not like that. We're not gonna do that. I'm like, okay. So the next morning comes, I make a prayer, say, God, buy me some time, please. And the person who was supposed to come and check on me wasn't around. It's another whole story. Comment below if you want to hear it. It was very dramatic. I just felt like I was really favored that day, you know, like those 2 days. So even in the morning when I woke up, I had already packed at night. I just left it. I completed packing in the morning. And I'm like, when I leave, when I come back, I'm coming to take my things to my new place. It's crazy. At the time, there was just this one big room that wasn't even self-contained, and you had to also cook from another kitchen. It was just, I was like, no, I'm not gonna settle for that, but Lord, please help me find a house. So we started moving around with somebody who's a realtor, Chadin Holdings. You should check him out. He's a very good realtor. I promise you'll never go wrong. Yeah, we moved around and we found this house. So there's also a story in the video, but we're just gonna jump for today. Okay, we found the house and yeah, we purchased everything and we were settled to say, okay, this is it. So meaning at the end of the day, in the evening, I was supposed to go back and pick my things. So that's like 2 days in, and I have not paid any rate for any of those. Yeah. So I go back because I tried to speak with the landlord. He was like, we're gonna accept this much. I'm like, I don't have that much to give you. Like, literally, I'm moving, and where if I go somewhere, I'm supposed to pay like 2 months. Yeah, others even charge for what's that? Wait, let me just take you inside the house a little bit. We're gonna be inside, not like showing everything. Gonna be just inside. So we are in the house. Yes, I hope you now can't get that noise anymore. Yeah, like the one where somebody's trying to do the roof and everything else. Yeah. So yes, we found the house. We purchased the payment, like I already said, and I went back. I called up one of my close people. I was like, hey. And then I was like, I'm trying to move out, etc. And I told them, say, okay, I found the house, would you help me move out? So that's when they said, okay, yeah, you're just gonna have to buy fuel, which I really didn't get to buy, praise the Lord. So I go back and I reach the place and I'm just like, hello. I find the caretaker. I enter inside and these guys start helping me removing the things. Like him and his friend start helping me remove the things out of the house, and we put them in the car, in the vehicle. The goodness is, when I went there, I didn't have a bed or a fridge, you know, like big things that would need to be carried in a place. So moving was very easy for me. So we just packed in his car, put some seats down and all of that, so everything fit. And when I finished, I even went to the kids. I'm like, here are the kids. And he's like, aren't you gonna pay the rent for the electricity? I'm like, it's not like I'm staying there. And before we could finish all the kind of stories, I just had given him the keys and he couldn't start more stories with me. I mean, I'm already out. Hello. So that's how I ended in the car, and that's how I left the place. I was like, you know, when something happens in your life, sometimes you're like, I can't believe somebody pinched me. Is that true? Like, is this never gonna be my reality anymore? One thing I am really appreciative of a place and the time I spent there. When I was in the room, I really just appreciated that space. I'm like, you know, thank you so much. This has been a place of growth for me, and thank you for hosting and habitating me. Is that the team? Like, guys, am I using the right terms here? Yeah, so I really just, I'm grateful for that space. I can say, you know, like a bonding. I can't find the right word in English. That's what it is. Like, you can't say bad about the place where you are coming from, really, because it provided me the space, it provided me the growth. I did many things here, and those people were good. Like, we were good, we were chill all this while, you know what happened. And I can't say it was a very bad foot where we left off from, so I don't have any kind of, I should say baggage or what, but I don't like to make reference to that place or those people, because I feel like it brings it all right back, like the little frictions that we had and the little feelings that it made me feel kind of come back. So yeah, so that's what happened, and I'm now, as you can see, in another place. Like I mentioned in my previous video, I'm not just ready yet to like show you my whole space or even talk about it in details very much, like what happened, but I know I'm gonna pour it all and right here very soon. You already know that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. The more thumbs ups I get, the more this video gets recommended for others to watch it. I'm still gonna give you some of the testimonies in there and how I really found the house. Comment below if you'd like to hear about that. And yeah, I have more space now, I should say. I have a very good background now. Like, we can be outside where we're coming from and we'll be good. And I'm really just praying that this will continually also be a place of growth. I'm near my workplace. I don't really need to take a anyway, I'll give you all those advantages that I'm in a better place, and I'm actually seeing the results of being in a better place. And I'm just so excited that I can just have this, my spirit can just soar around here and not have to have friction with every other kind of spirit and soul around, you know. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video up to this end. Comment below what video you'd like to see next. I'm gonna give you a shout out. I appreciate you guys so much for always coming back to watch my channel, and every effort that you have put in, every support that you have rendered, be it watching, be it send me something, be anything from. I'm just so grateful. And sometimes I may feel like, should I really come on here? And yeah, you just make a lot of sense for me. Thank you so much, so very much. Subscribe. Don't forget to give this video so much love. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Oh, before I go, I'm still every now and then I'm gonna be giving you some shorts, like you have seen some short videos of whatever is happening. I hope you enjoy those, though I've noticed that you do some of them, you just don't like to watch short videos, but you like some and you don't like some. I don't know. Bye, Pom. Next video. Oh, zoom in. Oh, zoom out. Kind of. What's happening? Let's just close it already. Bye.